very much. May I kindly plead with yourselves that you come and occupy the front seat so that those who decide to come late and they find you here, they will not disturb you. Let's be progressive and then we move a little bit forward. Those who decide to come late, they must occupy the back space. Thank you very much. As we are doing that, allow me to lona ba le kopilweng be le disaeta go reetsa le be le diragatsa ke a le leboga. Ke le leboga thata gore le nna ga le bua le nna ke tla le reetsa ke. Yan ba re sa reetsa le malanela gore ga re reetsa le from ya ke. Bochomi. Thank you very much. My name is Elizabeth Mokua, the MEC of Public Works and Roads in the province. Today, we are having a joyous day. Today we are all happy. Even if you were angry from home, we must just take a conscious decision that we become happy. Just for today, just for now. Because good things indeed are happening. Allow me to really appreciate our Mayor wa Mafikeng municipality and Tate Sempe for joining us. Let me also appreciate the MEC wa DART, Tate Madoda Sambata. The Sandra is in the house. We have our own beautiful coordinator, the main man in the province was Sandra. Akela mona. Kita tshwara lina le ntsokodisa kita le tshwara lina le. No. Oh Miriam. Oh, thank you very much. Osmiri wa rona ba gaetso. But most importantly, let us also welcome our Minister, Creecy, who has chosen the Northwest Province. I think she's coming here almost every week, and we appreciate it. Let us welcome her in the province. Thank you very much. We are known as a province of potholes, but we are slowly but surely changing that. Thank you very much. My responsibility today is simple, just to drive the program of today. As you can see that on your side, and the nano machines, those that you cannot see, in between those big trucks, there are machines. You will not see them. They are the nano machines. In other words, I'm saying whatever it is that we need as public works to fix the roads, to make the roads, to create the roads, we have it. We are now done with excuses. We are done with apologies and so forth and so on. Allow me to remind ourselves that this is a transport month. You all know that October is a transport month, and this particular program of transport month was declared in 2005. Its main aim is to make sure that we promote safer, more affordable and accessible transport system while highlighting the challenges and encouraging stakeholders' participation. As you know, the state cannot do it alone, Bagaetsu. We need the private sector. We need all the stakeholders that have the responsibility to support us in making sure that we provide service delivery to our people without fail. So, the month features events and campaigns that showcase transport infrastructure, advance road safety initiatives, and discuss the importance of public transport for economic development and job creation. I think in the province you have been witnessing that almost every month we are either handing over the road to a contractor or we are handing over a road to the tribal authority or to the municipality where that particular road is. Now, this is a culmination. And for economic importance, we know that the road transport sector is an enabler of economic growth and connecting people to jobs, people to education, and people to businesses. Ha go sena ditsela bagaetsho bo blue ribbon ba borotho ba gana go ya ko makeišeneng a ke re la itse ba gana go isa marotho ko di-tuck shopong. So for us to drive the economy of the province, we have realized that the road safety and the road infrastructure then becomes critical and key. Allow me to welcome Ntate Tshepiso Mphetlo gore a tle gore welcome mo Mafikeng municipality a re šolohetse gore re safe mo re leng mo teng ebile the business of the day can e ka tswella without any disturbance, and then we'll take it from there. Majoro.
Okay, I think we can do better than that. Ke kopa le nkopelle matsogo gape gape. Much better, thank you so much. Now, Program Director, MEC Elizabeth Sempe Mokua, Kidu Mediso as the Program Director. Also, Kidu Mediso in our midst, the MEC for DART, Department of Agriculture, Ntate Madoda Sambata. Kidu Mediso also the Honorable Minister, Barbara Creecy, who has paid a visit to us in Mafikeng, was Miriam Wasandral. Thank you also for gracing this occasion, including all government employees that are here, officials, councillors present, members of the mayoral committee that are here, the media houses that are here today. And I must say, all protocol observed. The most important people are the ones that we say all protocol observed. Now, ke tlo kopa ke switch code. Re lebohela opportunity le tlileng ka kwano MEC Mokua, le minister, the investment ele re fileng yone mo Mafikeng. Now remember, Mafikeng was known as the pothole city of South Africa. Now that belongs to the past. Now, as you can see, including the community tsa rona mo Mafikeng, le ko metseng ya rona, the municipality is constructing roads where there has never been roads before. All the 35 wards tsa Mafikeng local municipality, we are there. And this has also created more of a hunger, batho ba re letlaleng mo distrateng tsa rona. And as you can see, just few kilometers from here in Muntsiwa, re setse re simolotse re paver or re sila ditsela tsa ka ko Muntsiwa. Le toropo ya rona ine itswe ka di potholes. Those potholes are no more. Now, I had a session earlier with Minister Barbara Creecy, and she said she was here just a few years ago. It was in 2022. And she said it was painful to drive in the conditions that Mafikeng was in. And really she had to come as the minister again to see that the work that she has done, investing in the roads of Mafikeng, really it's yielding positive results. Now, Seo, thank you, you can clap hands. Okay. Now, we appreciate the investment, Honorable Minister, including Sandra as well, investing in the roads of Mafikeng. Also the roads that have been constructed also equally by Department of Public Works. We really appreciate the fist lifting that you have done to Mafikeng, and most importantly being the provincial seat of government. Now, re tlhabolla toropo ya rona, re tlhabolla le metsi ya rona le makeishene ya rona. Seo ne ke re ke se ke ka nna mo fatshe without appreciating the work that you have done for this municipality. We've created more job opportunities for our people, more than hundreds of job opportunities. Some are labor intensive, and that really it says that we are also not only with the road infrastructure, but reducing also the unemployment rate, which is very high in our province. So ke se ke se lebogelang as the executive mayor of this town, and we really do that from the bottom of our hearts. Now, re simolotse. Re tsene ko metseng ya rona ka mokgwa o le bonang ka teng. Ditsela di a paviwa. And like I said, I need to re-emphasize this thing again. We are building roads where there has never been roads before. Re tlile le mo toropong re tlhabolotse the facelifting ditsela tse ne di seo ko Bokgora ko metseng ya rona kae le kae ditsela di a tsamega. Seo ke thomo e re rometsweng ke mokgatlho wa batho ba rona wa African National Congress gore re boe re tlo go siamisa se le gore se ne se sa siama before go tsa mone re tlogetse diphoso teng re boe go tla go siamisa diphoso tseo. Now ka mantswe a makalo ha ke the main speaker. My responsibility was just to open this meeting and welcome everyone who's here and really to appreciate the work that you have done and also investing highly in Mafikeng. Se re saletseng fela ke gore re tsweletse tiro pele ya go baakanya ditsela tsa rona le go tlholla batho ba rona ditiro ka mantswe a makalo MEC. Everyone is truly welcome and thank you again once more for this big opportunity. Thank you.
Hamarna karala itumela tlhe bagaetsho. Assembly talk man. Yeah man, let us be merry and be happy. Ke a itse re dula re e ka re ga re tsege sentle, but at least today bagaetsho we have every reason to jubilate. Now thank you very much Mayor Ntate Tshepiso Mphetlo. Now we know that we are welcomed. Now we can begin with the business. Now let the games begin. Bagaetsho, as we are trying to change the status of our road infrastructure, yaka re leka go bankanya the status of our road infrastructure, I know that we'll be having another problem. Problem e tla be le speeding on those roads. Akere problem e tlang ke gore bana ba rona yanong e tle go nna di casualty. Problem ya rona e tla be nna gore yanong go a nwewa yanong go cruisiwa nicely on the roads. Yanong I'm just making a humble plea. As we are changing the status of the road infrastructure in the province, let us also be more responsible. Let us also act in a more responsible way. At the State of the Nation address, our President, Ntate Cyril Ramaphosa, said, we must make sure that whatever service delivery that we provide to our people. Now let me talk about public works and infrastructure because that's where I am, public works and roads. We are deliberately now going back to the villages. We are going to the farming communities, Kodi Plasing. We are going to the rural of the ruralist to make sure those particular roads are also drivable. They are all trafficable. And we must make sure that we correct these things, but we cannot do it alone. We need your support in terms of respecting the very same assets that we are trying to create for ourselves. Because re bankanya ditsela tse di gaufi le dikolo le ditleliniki le all these social amenities. Now when we do that, help us to be responsible on those particular roads. Now, gompieno ke na le legata mmogo from the legislature exco ke kopa le ra agree gore re tswa go bula tsela e nngwe re hand over tsela ya Kokgora. Tsela ya rona e yang ilibile ko plekeng e la Kgora. The reason why we had to do that ke gore Kgora mo Department of Agriculture and Rural Development ke ko skolo sa ba ba nang le interest ya temothuo se tsenang teng. E seng skolo sa di degree or doctorate, skolo hela sa the basic understanding of farming as a business. Ba go thuse gore o feleletse o drive a business ya farming enterprise. Now today we are here, we also would want and wish for the MEC of DART to come and give us a word of appreciation and motivation, and also tell us how does he feel with the state of the art that we have handed over. You can do better.
Thank you very much, Honorable MEC Public Works and Roads. Let me greet the table, Sanral CEO, Sanral, Chairperson, Sanral, okay, HOD and Executive Mayor wa Mafikeng Local Municipality, MEC, MMCs, and then the Minister of Transport. Here's an issue, but Tubari Mutua Timotuo, Ubatlango Ditseling. Here's an issue. Hatwi, roads create economic opportunities again. Now, if a road minister that goes to an airport is declared an economic road, a road that goes to an agricultural place is to an economic road. The only problem with South Africa is that demarcation and declaration is based on an economic situation of the area. Now, Ngaka, South Africa has 3 areas that are dominantly producing maize. 3. It's called maize triangle. It's Free State is number 1. Mpumalanga is number 2. Northwest is number 3. Maize triangle. And in Northwest, dominant maize producers are in Ngaka. The second one, in South Africa, producers of sunflower are in 2 provinces, Free State and Northwest. 88% of sunflower in South Africa comes from Free State and Northwest. The third one, Northwest is number 1 in South Africa on broilers, or number 1 in South Africa. Now here's an issue. 99% of all of us here originally are born in a rural area. The reason you live, it's not a choice. It's economic situation that forces you to leave. Otherwise, if rural roads have no contribution and are not looked at, they are going to reinforce migration internally from rural areas to town. Towns are going to be congested. That's where agriculture comes in and rural development. And the worst part, you spiced it by making sure that there's a road paved and tarred, half paved, that goes to a farmers training center in Khura, which farmers training center is a government provincial training center that trains and help farmers for incubation free of charge. So when the MEC, my colleague, requests to both of you, to the minister and to Sanral, bear with her that majority of our roads in the province are rural roads, gravel roads. They may not appear in the conditional grant, but they appear in actual appearance. Majority of the money is going to be in demand of that, but it's also helping us growing the economy of the province, because agriculture is number 2 in the province after mining. That's why there's a focus. We appreciate first the provincial department of public works and roads, appreciate the minister, and appreciate the government entity, Sanral, on help. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, thank you very much, and Tate Madoda Sambata. Indeed, you are correct, because farming as an economic enterprise is highly mechanized. Anything that you do in farming, it has to have mobility. Now, we can't have effective and efficient business if we don't have the facilitator, which is also a road, which is an economic driver in the province. So thank you very much for acknowledging and receiving the road, and also putting matters into perspective as to why should we have this particular infrastructure that we have. Bakgetjwa, ke tsura le shebile on the side, what do you have? This thing is an asset, Yalo Namo Northwest, this one. This is an asset, Yalo Na in the province. It's coming to improve our livelihood because it's going to facilitate this particular challenge, Yarnaya road infrastructure. So these are the things that we really have to appreciate. We didn't bring all of them. These are symbolic, Minister. We didn't bring all of them because we want them from here. After we cut the ribbon, they must go to where they must be to make sure that we begin, to make sure that Northwest becomes a construction site. Without any further ado, help me welcome, let us help me welcome on the podium Mayor Barbara Creecy, our Minister wa Transport in this particular space.
Amandla. Viva President Cyril Ramaphosa, viva. Dumelang. Good afternoon. Thank you very much for the warm welcome here today, and allow me to acknowledge our program director, the MEC for Public Works and Roads, Mayor Elizabeth Mokua. Let me also acknowledge the MEC for Agriculture and Rural Development, MEC Madoda Sambata. Let me acknowledge our Mayor, Councillor Tsepiso Mpehlo. I want to acknowledge Ms. Miriam Ramoba, the head of Sunral in Northwest, and Mr. Mas Khanse, the head of Department of Public Works and Roads in Northwest. And of course, all of you, ladies and gentlemen, I trust in this very hot day, you are doing well. You know, today it's a wonderful day. And let me tell you why, for me, this is such a wonderful day. Earlier this year, after the request from your Premier, Sunral agreed to take over 360 kilometers of roads in Northwest. And these roads are roads that link up with the N4, with the N14, the N18. These are very important economic roads. But when we agreed to take over those roads, I said to the MEC, Sunral can't take all of your roads. We don't have the budget, it's not possible. And the question I asked the MEC at that time, what are you doing so that you have the equipment to fix your own roads? And she said to me, wait and see, Minister, wait and see. And I said, yeah, well, you know, I've heard this story before. I'll wait. I must tell you, I waited for a good reason, because today I'm seeing. I think that our MEC of Agriculture has talked about why roads in a province like Northwest are so important. I think we were all very upset when we heard that a dairy wanted to move because they couldn't bring the milk to the market. And, you know, I was laughing when you were talking about the maize triangle. I can remember sitting in school and we have to learn the maize triangle. What I can't remember is what the town is in the Free State. But I remember Lichtenberg, Standerton, and then there was Boerteville, right. Do you remember that? I think it was grade 4 or something, we had to learn that. But most of the roads in our rural provinces, they are gravel roads. Of course, we will prefer to have tar roads, but we don't necessarily have the money to make all of those roads tar now. But there's nothing wrong with a gravel road, provided every year after the rain you are bringing the tractors and the bulldozers and you are smoothing that road. I can repair potholes here in Mafikeng, and today we are launching a new program where we're going to spend 49 million replacing the surfaces of roads in South Street, Marston Street, Proctor Avenue, and Victoria Street. But if I do that, and you are not coming every year and putting the tar back on the cracks, 5 years from now, Mafikeng's going to be pothole paradise again. So I'm really happy to see that you've bought the Yellow Fleet MEC, and I want to make sure that we use the Yellow Fleet for what it's intended for. Please don't park it in some parking lot in the Northwest Department of Roads and Transport. Let's put it out on the roads. Let's use it for what it's intended to be used for. I'm also happy today because today you can see a partnership. Before we came here, we went to visit all the roadworks here in Mafikeng. The traffic circle, the pedestrian pathway, the drainage. And I'm really happy to see that this is a working partnership. We don't have passengers and observers in this partnership. We are all working together. So this, when you listen to TV and you hear President Ramaphosa talking about the district delivery model, you'll ask yourself, Haibo, what's that? You know what it is? It's the national minister, the provincial MEC, the local mayor working together to make life better for ordinary people. So I'm very happy today. I think what we can see is we really are working. Just driving around Mafikeng today, it's a long way from where we were in 2022. 2022, there were weeds there in Nelson Mandela Drive. I remember it very clearly when we came here with the president, and I must say today, that road is in a good condition. And we are also excited to hear that you have longer term plans to take all the trucks out of this city and make sure that they go around the edge if they're going to Botswana or to Gauteng. They mustn't be churning up the roads in this town and making it difficult for our kids and dangerous for our kids to be walking home from school. So colleagues, today's been a good day. Thank you very much for that initiative, MECs and mayors, and we're not going anywhere. Sanral is working very hard in this province. We've been all over, checking on the road developments here, and I'm pleased to say that we've got very big projects here, and we're not going to stop until this province is in shipshape and the important mining and agricultural production of this province can continue. Thank you very much.
No problem. Halala meba bra Creecy halala. Halala meba bra Creecy halala. Halala lona halala. I know kale re sa celebrate ba gaetso, but nna ke feel let us not rob ourselves of happiness today. Let us not do that to ourselves. Minister, just to indicate to you that in the whole province, 14,000 kilometers are gravel roads, and they are leading to farms, villages, and also those pertinent roads that are leading to the graveyards. Now, from today, we will no longer receive calls from the chiefs, from members of the community to say, Public Works, come and help us with the road to the graveyard. Come and help us with the road to the church in villages. We will no longer receive calls to say, but a village which is so many kilometers away from Mafikeng, for example, the road is not trafficable. We'll never hear of such again, because this particular yellow fleet, we're going to make sure that we locate them into that particular space. I think 14,000 kilometers is a lot, but with this particular machinery, I think we're going to shorten that particular kilometers. And this is something that gives you a reason to celebrate yourselves today, because at least, we're no longer going to talk about the khere in Limpopo. We have our own in the Northwest, the yellow fleet. Give yourselves a round of applause. Sometimes we copy wrong things from people. It's good to copy the right things from people. And I think this, I don't think we made a mistake. Homo, this is 100 million. Yeah, 100 million. And I said this is symbolic. This is symbolic. But guess what, Minister? I've heard you when you said they must not go and park somewhere. Let me assure you, where we purchase this particular machinery, part of the contract is that they have to train those that will be used in this particular truck. So they will be training them in mechanical operation, but also the responsibility and discipline around this particular yellow fleet. So we have rounded this thing off. As if I knew that the minister will be saying let's, and I agree with her. But Lonamo Northwest, you know, especially from the Department of Public Works and Roads, you know, I pitch where I'm least expected, you know. Should I find yellow fleet that should be working in the farm or in the village in mega city? Firstly, I take the key, and then secondly, I instruct the HOD to unfold duly processes that you must go back home. I'm not joking. That we are going to do, because people, Minister, people goes to social media platforms, whether Facebooks and WhatsApp, and they do one thing. They target the MECs, they target the ministers, they target the president, they target the premier. But they don't target the very same people that are employed to provide the very same service. So if we don't do that, we'll Facebook and WhatsApp. So that I'm going to do. I'm not asking for any permission. So this particular yellow fleet, from where I'm sitting, is a catalyst that is going to help us to facilitate this thing of correcting the status of our roads unapologetically. And thank you very much, Minister. Indeed, you have been coming to the province, and really when you leave having made a mark. You went to JB Max, where you went, that particular long street in JB Max, I can assure you at least the local municipality has been maintaining from the time you left, and we appreciate. You also went to Bojanala. You did the same thing, and also in Bojanala, I think we have seen an area where there will be a crisis, and I'm happy that with speed, you also agreed that we must change that particular status. Now you are in the capital city today, and I think you did the same. Thank you very much. And let us also give further appreciation to our minister for having to make time to come and spend this particular day with us. You must know that you are greatly appreciated in the province. Now, as we proceed, yebo, akitsur akhosuteng HOD. But if Khosi is not here, bagaetso, ne re na le Khosi Shole, we were with Khosi Shole ko Khora, and I think when he welcomed us, sort of he also welcomed us here because he knew of this particular program, but he indeed told us that he will have to carry other further responsibilities. Now, I don't know from here, because the minister must go somewhere. Yeah, minister must go somewhere. We are not going to waste time. We've heard the speeches, we've heard the motivations. Now we understand why do we have these things. So you are going to help me, Lona, to explain to the community, because I know they're going to ask, what were you doing with the big trucks and the yellow fleet, the white fleet and everything? Now you are the mouthpiece of the Department of Public Works and Roads. You are going to explain as to why did we gather noise. We appreciate all of you. So we are going to rise and go closer to the yellow and the white fleet to cut the ribbon, as will be allowing this particular fleet to go and service us. Thank you very much.
I doubt.
I want to be next to the yellow ones.
These ones.
Simon, ke mo tlo go leader diko, ke mo leader ka presentation go brief minister. Okay.
Yepo.
Le gentleman.
One, two, three. Oh, SABC still.
Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Tota nna ha ke itse gore batho ba, why are they not jubilating that?
I'm really, really happy. You've changed the face of my game. Sorry. Oh, the handshake again.
But you can't ask me to shake the man's hand when the MEC is here. It's not protocol.
I don't know what is the intention.
Oh, you want another seat? You want us?
Another one. Another one.
Oh, why don't we just put our hands together?
Minister, we thought that maybe 1 minute explanation of how this yellow plant is going to work in terms of the paved roads. Because they want
But she can do a one-on-one.
Yeah, they can do an interview on the side.
yeah.
Because
What about our hands?
For DDM. For DDM. This picture is going to be nice, I can tell you. The way it was